What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy Callie bringing you another repair video. Thanks to everybody who's helping out the channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and especially to all you guys who are using my discount code Callie over at TechniSportUSA.com to get 10% off your entire purchase. If you need a new gaming chair or a desk for your setup, go ahead to the link down below in the description and use promo code or discount code Callie to get 10% off your entire purchase. It really helps me out a lot. But let's get started on the video. Okay, so you old guys, I'm not gonna say all you guys know the process, but if you guys have done any repairs with iPhones before, you know the process. Make sure the phone is turned off, which it is. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the pentalobe screws. Here we go. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to see if we can open it. So there's no cracks down here, so this tool should be able to help us open up the phone. Oh, there is a crack. I did not see that. But let's see if we can. It's on one side, so let me see if I can lift it over on this side. Here we go. Okay, so we can lift it up enough to get the guitar pick in there. So that's in there. That's good. We're going to go ahead and remove this. So if you guys have never repaired an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 8 before, the ribbon cables are on this side. So it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so I'll show you guys how I open this up. Go around the edges, taking out that adhesive. Okay. Okay. So now that I got it to this point, I lift it up a little bit. Make sure we can lift that up. Okay, so there's still some adhesive here. Go ahead and slice through that. Okay, so now that we got it at this point, you gotta pull back on. Oh, that came off pretty easy. This must have been repaired before. Okay. Okay, so I'll show you guys though. So when it's like this, usually you just pull back a little bit to unhook these two right here that are hooked up right here. And then once you do that, well, obviously you open up to the sides like so, but you got to be careful because this cable is really delicate. So next thing we're going to do is get our other screwdriver. If I can find it, or I think I still have it in here. We're gonna need a Y000. Yep, it's still in here, and it's this little guy right here. I don't know if you guys can see. Oops, should be able to see that it says Y000. Well, that's the one that we need for the majority of this repair. Oops, oh, I'm moving the light. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up again. And we're going to remove these two screws. Oh, these screws weren't even put on there correctly, or they weren't tight enough. So we're going to go ahead and remove this guitar pick to lift this ribbon cable. And next we're going to do these. Oh, I forget, these are regular screws. I always forget that they're regular screws. So let's go ahead and remove these 4 screws. Oops. I always try to put them in the location approximate to how they are on the phone. That way, if for whatever reason I step away and I come back, I know exactly where I was. Oops, I'm doing this out of the range of the camera, my bad. Okay, so then lift this one up, this other one here, come on, there we go. Alright, and you basically remove the screen from the phone. Not basically, that's exactly what you did. So now what we're going to do is, what I like to do when we're changing the screen on iPhone 7 or 8 or any of the pluses, what I like to do is first thing remove the home button. And the reason is because I always like to test the screens before I fully install everything on them. A lot of technicians have said that they've tried the screens and then the phone just boot loops with the Apple logo and it never goes into the OS. So they always think that the screens don't work. But the thing is that if there's no home button attached to the screens, they don't boot into iOS properly. So we're going to go ahead and remove the home button. See, if this has been repaired before, this is going to come off really easily. Yep. So now that we lift that up, guitar pick, yep, came off pretty easy. So what you do is you take the old fingerprint scanner home button, you attach it to the new screen, or the one that you're gonna put back on, or that you're gonna test, sorry. Here we go. Let me make sure it attaches properly. There we go. Okay, so they're connected now. So go ahead and take this screen, put it on the phone, and now we're going to turn it on. Hopefully it has charge, which it looks like it does. So let's go ahead and see this puppy turn on. Why do I call things puppy? That's just weird. Okay, so it booted up properly. It's working. Now let's go ahead and turn it off. And now we can proceed to removing everything from the old screen onto the new one. So now that the phone is off, oh, come on, go ahead and remove this. Okay, put the phone to the side, and you can leave the home button where it's at. You just want to remove these. And these all depend on how your screen comes when you order it. Okay, so we're going to put this one to the side for a little bit. We're going to remove everything that we need from the old one. So let's go ahead and take our screwdriver and remove the ear speaker. Go ahead and remove the actual speakerphone. And in this part, you're going to use your heat gun a little bit. You just want to loosen the adhesive that's holding down the ribbon cable for the front camera, front speaker. Make sure you don't rip any of that. So let's go ahead and put it over the heat for a little bit. Okay. Now with this little flathead screwdriver, I'm going to go in here. You're just going to remove that. See how easily it comes up? That's how it should be. No struggle. Because when there's struggle, it usually means a ribbon cable is being damaged. Okay, so should be fairly easy to lift this up, and there it is. Because we're transferring this from the old screen onto the new one, there are some things that you're probably going to have to end up cleaning up. For example, you are going to have to remove this. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this to the side and remove the rest. I think these are the Y, yes, these are the Y screws. So let's go ahead and remove all 6 of these. And one screw. Oops. Go ahead and remove this. And that's all we need from that screen. Now let's go ahead and move over to the new one. So this I usually remove because it's supposed to help align the the ribbon cables, but most of the time it just kind of gets in the way. And I know there's going to be comments like you shouldn't do that, but it really depends on the screen. Sometimes they just don't align properly and it just ends up getting in the way, and you're going to have to remove it either way. It doesn't really affect the performance of the screen. It just means if it's going to help do your repair easier without any issues, then yeah, I'm going to remove it every time. So let's go ahead and make sure that's aligned properly. Okay, it is. Now we're going to put the Y000 screws back on there. I don't know if they're called that. I just called it based off the bit that I used to remove them. Somebody should really let me know in the comments what these screws are really called. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish putting the home button on. Make sure that's properly secure. Put all your screws in there. I like to put the edges first. That way I can make sure it's actually aligning with this little hole here. So if anything, just loosen this one up a little bit, make sure it's there, and it's all set. Now you can just go ahead and screw down properly and put the rest of your screws on. Oops. Seriously, is there a day where I don't struggle with screws, man? Okay. There we go. Now we're going to do this part up here for the ear speaker and front facing camera. So let's go ahead and take this little bad boy. We're going to align these two holes down there with those little pins, and there we go. So that's sitting properly, and now we're just gonna, oh, you know what I just noticed? These hooks are bent down. Just grab, let me grab a bigger flathead screwdriver. Give me 1 second. So if that ever happens, you just grab a flathead screwdriver and then lift it this way. Okay, because these are the ones that are going to hook onto the mid frame or the housing of the iPhone, and these can't be bent down. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and put this screen in there. Oh, look at this little thing. It doesn't want to cooperate. Oops. Let's go ahead and move this up like so. And there it is. Well, it's not there completely, but when I put the screws on, I'll make sure it does go in properly. So you just want to go ahead and align these, make sure they go into the right hole. That's what she said. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put this on there. Okay, so make sure the pins are on the proper side. Okay, looks like we got that. Now, like I said, I'm going to use this here to align this up there. Okay, so we got that there. So now everything's sitting properly. The pins are making their proper contact. Oops. Then we're just going to take the camera and move it over like so. Make sure that's in there nice and set. Let's see. I think I might have to realign this one more time. No, we're all set. So let's go ahead and take back oops, this and put it on. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of this. Oh, this little shield, sorry. God, that's terrible. I don't know why I do videos if I don't even remember the proper name of things. Okay, so because that one is giving us issues, that is going to be the first one we're going to put in. Let's go ahead and grab this screw. Come on. It is not my day with screws today, man. I had another repair earlier that was just as bad. Ah, come on. Please. And it's because of the magnet in the ear speaker that these sometimes don't go in properly. Let's make sure that is aligned properly. Okay, so it looks like that's good. So let's try to put in that screw in now. Yes. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Now we can put the rest without any issue. Okay, let's go ahead and put this one. Oops. See, I'm telling you, today I just can't deal with screws today. Probably it's because I haven't had my coffee yet. I mean, it's not that early that I haven't had my coffee yet, but I haven't had my coffee yet at all, so I'm gonna probably start brewing some after this. Can you see the coffee cup? No, I don't think you can see it. There's a coffee cup, but that's yesterday's. Let's see, make sure that's setting properly. Oops, I wonder if I'm doing it so where you guys can't see it. Did that screw sit flush? No, it didn't. Oh, sorry. How the fuck did I'm sorry. How did I screw that on there? Wow. No wonder it wasn't going in. I'm like, what the hell? No wonder how it's an issue putting this back in. Oh my god, that's terrible. How did I even screw that in? Did I mess up my bit? Crap. No, probably gonna have to get a new one. Doesn't matter though. Here we go. Let's put the last ones on there. We're about to find out if I messed that up or not. Because we're about to put the other ones back on. Let's go ahead and put this one on there. And put this one on. There we go. So let's go ahead and put this other shield on here. And let's see if I messed up my bit or not. Okay. Come on. Come on, screws, please cooperate today. Oh man, are these regular screws too? Man. See, this is why I need my coffee. I can't remember what screws go where. I know the top ones are, but let's go ahead and put these on first. Jeez. Really need that coffee. I'm terrible. Okay, you know what? Let's start this over. So we're going to put the shield on here. try to align just one, which is going to be the main screw that you're going to put in first. Okay. Okay, now that you got that on there, you can do the bottom one. Now that you got bottom and top, it's easier to put on the other ones. Come on, a little screw. Okay, now we're gonna find out if I messed these up or not. Or messed my bit up or not the screws. I mean, I don't think I did, but it's always better to be sure. Nah, it's working properly. I didn't do damage to it. I mean, they're not that expensive, but it's like I use it so often that having to wait for another one would have sucked. Let's move this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Come on. Jesus, screws don't like me today. I don't know what it is. But they're just like, no, bro. It's not happening today. There we go. Oh, you're still struggling? Come on. There, wait, let's see. Oh, there's something off about this screw. Sometimes if it doesn't go in at the proper angle. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what it is? Oh man, I've said this so many times and I forgot to do it this time. I always test the phone one more time before I finally start putting everything back together and putting all the last screws again. But we're not too late though, because I haven't closed the phone. And closing the phone is just like, no. I don't like to close the phone until everything's working fine. Yep, it's working. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Oh, you know what? We don't even have to turn it off because all the screws are on there. You just gotta turn off the screen. Oops. Go ahead and put that in there. And there we go. And then all we gotta do is just put the pentalobe screws back on. Jesus. Screws just don't like me today. I don't know what I did to them. But they're just not cooperating. Okay, and then one more. Okay guys, and that's how you fix an iPhone 8 Plus screen. The repair usually takes anywhere, if you're really experienced, it should take anywhere from like 20 minutes to maybe like 35. If you're new, it's gonna take you maybe like about an hour and a half. But don't rush it. Always be careful with the small parts and the ribbon cables, and make sure you don't lose any of the screws. And you know, that's the repair. So thanks for sticking till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or leave a comment if you hated this video, if you think it sucked. Just let me know. Thanks to everybody who's been subscribing and helping out the channel by using the promo code on Techni Sports. It really helps out a lot because I still can't monetize my videos. I really appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you guys on the next one.